The speedrun for Mario Maker 2 is competitive to say the least. With over 300 entries for only the Endless Easy section, there are definitely a lot of entries to catch up with. The rules are as easy as they get. You have to complete one full screen of levels in Endless Mode Easy, and you can skip the levels if you want to. Because this is my first speedrun, I'm basically happy with whatever time I get, and as long as I am faster than 25 minutes and 17 seconds, I'm not last. Hooray. Alright, let's start this. Now, the voice you are hearing now, this is not me as I am playing the speedrun, this is me watching my speedrun over so that I can give commentary on what I think I did wrong, where things went wrong, and what I thought I did good for a change. So this one is, the first one I got was actually a multiplayer versus level, and I did not know whether it was going to work in single player, so I skipped it, and now I've gotten this level, and I forget what it is. Oh yeah, so most of these, the kinds of levels you want are really short, basically just hold right levels. Just so something that does not require a lot of expertise, and they are very short. That is what is going to shorten your time by a lot. So those are the kinds of levels you want. So the first level, despite getting a multiplayer versus one first, that went well. That was really good. And then we got a Japanese level on the next one. Okay, and I go up here. I want to get the Koopa car because that goes fast, but then I check the time and it's only 8 seconds, and this was not a good thing because getting the Koopa car actually took more time than just running. So you see I abandoned it right there because I'm not going through the trouble of putting it through the pipe. So that is the second level down. We are 1/8 of the way there already. So, as of now, I'm feeling pretty good. The first two levels I got were very short and very easy. So, and it's gonna be like that for the next few levels. This one, I immediately checked the time because it was multiplayer versus, and it turns out that it was close to 50 seconds, so I skipped that. That's too much of a time sink for one level, and of course, if I die, I have to go all the way back. So we don't want that. And this one, the goal is right there, so I just go over and get it. So that's a good level. And the next one... Okay, level 4. I forgot what this one is. Things have been pretty much smooth sailing for a long time. And now right here I'm scared that it's going to be a 1-1 remake because those obviously take a lot of time. But this is just, I'm guessing, the first level of somebody's super world, and it only took 4 seconds to beat. That's the world record time. So I go ahead and I do that. And that is another level down. So again, the first few levels were really fast, and I will point out when things start to slow down a little bit, because as you can see, like this snake-like path, I think the first the bottom path was really fast, and then when I started to go, actually no, this level was when things slowed down a lot, because I looked and I saw 8 seconds, and I thought, oh, okay, I've got this. This will be really easy, but little did I know that this was going to be a big time sink. So you see, I thought that the platform was going to come back down, but it did not. So this level, you basically go back and forth between what is supposed to be the seasons, and also it has ice physics, so that is not optimal. And the reason why it was only 8 seconds for the clear is that when you are in pipes, the time does not count down. So yeah, that's another level down, and this is where everything kind of starts to go downhill. So not very good. But let's see how this goes when we look at the next level. You know, I always forget. Yeah, so this is a Japanese level. I can't really remember the titles because I did 16 of them, and I look at the time, it's only 7 seconds, so I go ahead and do this, and it takes me a little while to realize right here that under there is the axe. So I go back under there, I try not to get hit by the fireballs, and I win that one level. So now I go back into there, and in between all of these, I'm just pressing the A button like my life depends on it, because if you waste time on going in between levels, then that is obviously going to add up. And here I see water level, and I immediately want to skip, but then I look at the time, and it's 13 seconds. So I just go ahead and power through it, even though I don't want to. It's not going to be very fast. And I did this on accident. I did not know that I could go up there, but I did that on accident, and it worked out in the end. So that was good, and let's go on to the next level. Yeah, water levels are normally really bad for speedruns, but because I saw that it was only 13 seconds, I thought, okay, this is a short one, let's just power through this and get to the end so that we can try and get a better time. Yeah, in this one, I do not know what the creator was thinking at all. It's just a ton of coins. I guess they just really wanted them to get another one up, but we did not have time to get all the coins, so sadly only one went up, and it was in easy mode anyways, so I do not think that it would have mattered. So we go on to the next level. We are halfway done after this one, I believe. Yeah, in this one, you can see the goal right there. So, again, these are the optimal levels we want. Basically, no thought required. We go to the goal immediately. And right now, the time is looking pretty decent. We're behind on getting the time to 10 minutes, but again, 10 minutes is like the world record pace, so that's not a big problem. So the last level of the little middle path in the snake path, Koopa Gladiator. And in this one, I don't even think that it had a Koopa car in it, so I don't know why it was called that. So I skip it just because the time was too long. And this one, I see that it has 7 seconds, and from here it looks like it's a blind jump, but when you go further in, you realize that it's not. I pull off the jump with that Goomba, and there's the goal. Really good, really fast. A textbook example of the levels that we want to be playing. Because again, if you are wasting your time with deaths or just really long music levels, then that is not good. And this, I believe, is kind of when everything started to go a little bit downhill, or maybe it was later on. But I was on a streak of like skipping 3 levels, and this is an auto level, so I just assume, okay, I can just not do anything, I've got this. But the whole time in my head, I was kind of like, is this really worth it? We are wasting a lot of time on this, and so here, I try to go up for it, but I die, and I realize that's not worth it to wait through all that again, so I skip. So yeah, kind of a failure right there, but there's always the next level. What is it? Music Builder Garage. Already not good, but I do notice that someone else shares my excitement for Game Builder Garage, but it's a music level, and we do not want music levels because they take too long, so I skip that again. What's the next one gonna be? Speedrun. Very good. At first, I think that this is gonna be real great. It'll be over really quickly because it's a speedrun. And, well, normally this would be really good, but it takes forever, even though it's a speedrun. So, yeah, this is just really, this is the height of gameplay. This is the height of gameplay. No, there is no other gameplay that was better than that. So yeah, it took a long time to do that, about 20 seconds, so even though it was a speed run, it was still kind of a time loss. And it would have been faster if I had gotten the star at the beginning, but it was not worth it to go back, get the star, and go over again. And wow, really some great levels you find on Endless Easy, but for our purposes here, it's really good because we don't have to think, and we don't have to waste our time. So just keep on going. If we get four more of those kinds of levels, then we've just done it. Well, and this one says easy, so I'm hopeful. And it turned out that it was. We did actually get another one of those really, really easy levels where it's just the end. I don't know why people make these, because they're just not that fun, but you know what? They work. They're helping us out right now, but normally they do not. They are a hassle and they are boring, but speedrunners love them, I guess. So another 1-1. I'm questioning whether this is a remake or just another random one that someone has made. And it turns out that it is not, and I see that the time to beat it is not very long, and there we go. We just beat that one level. So I think the 1-1 levels that we have seen are not remakes of 1-1, but they are 1-1 for their own super world. So now we only have 2 levels left. Are we going to do this, or are we going to fail, choke at the very end, fumble the ball? And this one, it's only 7 seconds, so I think, oh, this will be pretty fast. But we go in here, and then it's just the same thing again, but it takes a little bit longer, and then at the very top, I have a little bit of trouble with this vertical pipe. But not a big deal, because the very next room is the flag. So now we are on to the very last level. And if I do this fast, then that's really great. That's awesome. Let's pray that we get it first try. And spoiler alert, I didn't. I didn't, because this one I don't think I even checked the time, but as you can see, it was just taking too long and it was not worth it, so I skipped it. And then I think the next one is the one we win on. And the one we won on was kind of a strange one. I mean, they've all been strange, but is this it? Is this it? Oh, no. Yeah, I look at the time and it's over a minute. So I think, oh, okay. Yeah, definitely skipping this. And this is the one that I won on. So we open up the level like this, and I'm very scared of that chain jump, but that's the very end. And that is when the timer stops, when we reach the goal on the last level. So yeah, that was my first attempt at a Mario Maker 2 speedrun. Hope you enjoyed it. Because I was at least in the very, I was in the top 50%, but still, it was a terrible time, but it's my time, so that's okay.